live. We can work. And we're live. Welcome back, everyone. We have made it through the most phenomenal week ever. This is day number 5 of Meet the Lux Advisors for the Luxury Business Experience 2025. As you know, we are hosting this event in Scottsdale, Arizona on September 25th through 27th. I almost forgot what the dates are that quickly. But if you've been involved with us this week, you know we have been meeting the Lux advisors for the Luxury Business Experience. And just like every other day we've had this week, I have another phenomenal guest to introduce you all to. And when I think of everyone that I've introduced you to this week, I've had some kind of major connection with each and every one of them. And this one, she won't disappoint because we've been connected like in the most intimate way ever.
Yes. Do I need to grab the box of tissue? Because I feel like whenever we talk about this, I'm like,
Oh
oh
my
God, I'm gonna
word.
start crying.
So I'm not going to get into how we know each other yet. I'll get into that story a little bit later, but I think it really plays into the conversation that we're going to have today. But first and foremost, I would love to introduce each and every one of you to Kea Dupree.
Hi.
All right, Kia. So, as I've told everyone this week, you've probably seen it. Tell us who you are and what really lights you up about the work that you do.
Oh, well, so I am a photographer. I've been a photographer for, and I always have to do the math. I'm like, what year is
Right.
this?
Mm, mm,
22
mm.
and a half years professionally. But I think I picked up my first camera when I was like 6, 7 years old. Um, I picked up photography from my dad. He was, really big into film photography. He was, a hobbyist. So every Christmas I would ask for a camera. Then in high
Mhm.
school, I took my first film class because I'm an analog girl, Gen X, and ended up going to college and deciding to major in science because I love science and math. And halfway through that, I was like, I don't want to do this, and I changed my major halfway through to photography.
Yep.
To which my dad was like, just graduate, please, and don't waste
Isn't that
my
what the
money.
parents say? They're like, Just do something,
Do
finish."
please do something, do it well, don't waste my money, and please make some money when you get out. And so when I first got out, of course, I had to just get a regular job because I had a few student loans to pay, and then I ended up at a photography studio, photographing families and babies, and then I started freelancing and went down the vortex of weddings and families and babies, and that kind of cycled for about 11 years until I
Yeah.
just that stopped lighting me up a little bit. And then I got into the world of corporate branding and commercial photography, which is where I live now, in Washington, D.C., just, hitting up all the corporate events.
DC.
DC, Northeast.
Right.
Um,
True DMV, DC, born and
okay.
raised. Yep.
Absolutely. Howard Hospital. Hey, hey. Um, and so, yeah, so I've been doing photography, like I said, for 20 some odd years. And I'm, grateful I've been able to kind of pivot in that space and really now figuring out the specific type of photography that I like to do that doesn't feel like work. So, yeah.
Mm, okay. You said it. That was a nice way. You said it doesn't feel like work. I
Work.
am sure. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us
Right.
listening understand that place when, you love what you do, but then sometimes what you do, it's like, did I
I mean,
set
it
my
has its days.
yeah, did I set
It has
myself
its
up?
days.
Like, is this am I okay?
Yeah.
Am I really okay?
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is good. I'm glad we're having this conversation because the crux of everything that we're doing for the luxury business experience is actually going to center around this piece. So, as you know,
Mhm.
in our community, we talk about Lux touch points and
Mhm.
ways in which you function in your business and in your life. So, what would you consider to be a Lux touch that you live by in your life or in your business?
I think I've learned over the past few years that it's okay to say no to the things that don't align with you, don't align with your business, don't
Uh-huh.
light you up. Like I'm a feeler. And so, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of jobs I could say yes to, but like in my gut, it's just kind of like, I don't, I mean, yeah, it could be cool for the check, but am I going to get there and like feel horrible about it?
Mhm.
So, I've definitely learned to say no to the things that don't align to me. And I'm at a part of my life where I just really want to enjoy everything I do in my work life and in my personal life. Um, and then the other thing that I've learned is to say yes to the scary things that it's even with this, it's like, okay, this is a little scary for me,
Yeah.
but it feels in alignment.
It's a year. It's your year. And Key and I have been discussing this a
Mhm,
lot recently, that and I love that it's this we have our season of no because so
mhm,
many people focus on the season of yes. There is a season of no too. There's
mhm,
a season of hell no.
mhm,
This is
mhm.
an absolute no. But
Yep,
it can be complemented with that season of your yes, saying
absolutely.
yes to something new, fresh. A lot of people say that this is a year of the number 9, which is
Mhm.
all about rebirth and starting over
Completion. Yep,
and
yep,
completion. So
yep,
you're going to have a yes and you're going to have a no this year,
yeah, absolutely.
and it can be really clear. This is yes, and this is no. Hell to
Mhm.
the no. We're
Yeah,
not doing this anymore.
and
So
what
tell us something. Go ahead.
mhm.
Were you going to say something
I was
else?
gonna say it's been interesting to just see the things that have opened up for me that again, I mean, I said this before, like a year and a half ago, I would definitely been like, absolutely not to.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's all if as long as the first response for me is yes, and not I have to stop and think about it, then no matter how scary it is, it's like it's a yes.
It's a
It's a
yes.
yes.
It's a yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So tell me something. Maybe I know, maybe I don't know, but
Mhm.
tell me something fun or unexpected about you that most other people don't know.
Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna say 2 things. I know you know this, so,
Okay.
I like to learn random stuff, and so maybe about 15 years ago, I got into gardening, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so, like, the first year was just awful. The second year, I did all my research and, I was getting all the things and, I watched my garden flourish, and then I decided maybe 4 or 5 years after that to go and become a certified master gardener. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
technically I could be teaching people how to garden and all these things, and I know you got on me about that before. Maybe that will come down the line.
She's a
Um,
confident gardener. Yes.
yes, it was very therapeutic, and and my kids loved it. They would come in and be like, "I want something to eat." I'm like, "You better go out back and find a snap pea or something." Uh,
Yes.
so there was that. But I do want to piggyback off something that Dr. Lisa and was it Sanaya yesterday
Uh-oh.
said. Now, if
Yes.
y'all want to come to Mexico with me and go zip lining in the jungle in the dark, come on, we can do it.
All of my
I love it.
adventure seekers, this is
Come through.
crazy.
I'm
I tend to attract people that are adventure seekers because I'm probably not the adventure seeker. So this is always really funny when
mhm,
I look at who am I aligned with? I'm aligned
mhm.
with the people that are like, let's go jump off the cliff. Let's go do something wild,
Yeah, now
which
I
is really
won't try.
fun.
I won't jump out of a plane. I haven't gotten quite
Now,
there
see,
yet.
I'm more likely to jump out of a plane.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So what if we
Mm-mm.
do a Lux thing and I take you all on a jumping out of a plane excursion?
I'll take pictures of y'all from the ground, okay? I'll strap my GoPro onto you,
She said,
and
Shayla,
then
you got next. You got next.
or
It's
I'll sit in the plane and I'll just come back down with the pilot.
got it. Got it. Got it. So for anyone that's watching us live, I do see we have a few people watching live. Make sure you say hello. Make sure that you start commenting, engage in a conversation with us. We're going to try our best to see your comments if you're live on LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. We will try our best to see what you're saying real time. And if I don't, I'll absolutely get with you afterwards and comment on what you have here. So our adventuress is very confident, but she won't jump out
Mhm.
of a plane. That's what we're left with. Okay.
Maybe one day. I haven't quite gotten
Maybe
there
one
yet.
day. So you kind of talked about your venturing into this world of photography, for
Mhm,
example, and deciding, from school to go into this full time. What did you say,
mhm.
22 years or something of that nature?
So I've been doing this for 22 years, been full time since 2008, I guess.
2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we first met each other, which was way back in
2009.
2009.
Nope, 2008.
It was 2008?
It was
Okay.
2008.
Okay. So we
Yep.
met each other 2008, and that was you were already pregnant then. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
for those of you that don't know my background, I have a birthing background too, but that's another story for
Mhm.
another day.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Mhm.
we met each other then. I was a part of your birth experience for your baby number one. And I remember I got to experience you and the work that you do. I
Yeah.
had a gathering of all of my birthing clients. And
Mhm.
so I was able
Yeah.
to experience you there because we have two Kias in our community that are
Mhm.
photographers. And I remember you being there and I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, we're going to know each other for a while. Then we realized we
Mhm.
went to the same university.
Come on,
Come on,
Rattlers. Come
Rattlers.
on,
Come
fam.
on. Damn you. Hey, 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 hey. So I said, oh, I really like her. We got a thing going on here. And, then I also had the journey of being at your birth number two.
Yes.
So we have stayed in each other's lives. But as we were doing that, you were working in your business. So
Mhm.
tell us more about the journey behind the lens.
Oh, well, first of all, I can also say I was there for one of your births, and I got to photograph that, which was amazing.
You did?
Um,
You have
so when we
someone
say
saying,
we
hey,
know each
Kia to
other,
you.
"Hey,
Someone.
Daniela." Yeah, so it's gosh, it it has been a journey of self-discovery.
Mhm.
Um, Even just coaching my clients on their confidence and making them comfortable. There are a lot of times that I'm saying things to them that I'm also saying to myself
That happens.
a
That
lot.
happens.
And I
Yeah.
still do. And I still
Yeah.
do. Um, Gosh, I mean, I think about all the phases again, weddings, families, babies, and a lot of my brides that I've been photographing, I mean, shot my first wedding in 2005. I'm still friends with them to this day. Some of us are
Relationships. Yeah.
yes, our kids know each other, our kids are friends. I've been to the birthday parties, their birthday parties. I mean, they're in DC, and so even when I've, stopped shooting weddings, they have corporate jobs. So they've brought me in to do headshots or, large scale events for their companies. And so that has been really helpful. And I think what it is I've learned to truly show up as me. And when you get
Oof.
to know me, I'm silly. I joke around. We some of my clients went to Howard or Hampton, and we talked HBCU smack.
Of
Um,
course we do.
okay, and I mean, we can align about Game of Thrones if they watch that. So I just look back and I realized that it's been about a lot of the relationships that I've created, which has also made them feel safe with me.
Absolutely. That this
Yeah.
is good. This is good. So this is a good segue because I'm really curious about the pattern you're seeing with in our community we have six-figure women business owners, but
Mhm.
just overall the pattern you see when successful women step into your space, step in front of your lens. What's
Mhm.
the pattern that you're seeing that blocks them from fully being themselves?
The one that pops into my mind is the first thing they tell me is their flaw. This is my good side. Don't get this tooth. I don't like this eye. Make sure my hair. It's like, and I'm like, I wouldn't have noticed this if you didn't say anything.
Mm,
But as you and I have talked about before, is all those things that somebody said to us, whether it was when we were a child or a teenager, or it could have been a parent, a ex-boyfriend, a spouse, a friend, and it just
yeah,
grows and grows and grows into, oh my gosh, okay, this is a flaw that I can't
yeah.
show. And nobody else sees it. And so before that, when as soon as they say,
Wow.
okay, I don't want, I'm like, stop, just stop. Because we're not gonna do that in
Wow.
here.
This happens in business.
Hmm.
And let's take the business part out of it. This
Hmm.
happens to us as women all the time.
Hmm.
We recognize and highlight our flaws
Hmm.
before the public can do that.
Yep.
And then we question, are we good enough? Am I capable? If those of you that are watching and listening, if you can relate to that, to being very conscious of your flaws and highlighting the flaws, even when it comes to, and I know you and I've spoken about this, getting compliments. Someone compliments on us on something that they see, but
Hmm.
we don't see it. So now we kind of like push that compliment away. We
Mhm.
we distract the compliment by saying something different to get them off of that conversation. Are you
Absolutely.
noticing that too?
Well, I do it myself, and I'm
Okay.
trying to I've gotten better with it, but I
Yes.
had someone tell me, "Every time I give you a bucket of milk, you kick it over." And I was like, "What do you mean?" "I gave you a compliment and you snatch it right back." But that was what I was trained to do when I was younger. It's like, "Don't think you
Okay.
do this and don't think." So eventually you just start doing it yourself. And so, yes, I
Oh,
have noticed that some of my clients do that. It's their way to almost feel like they're taking control or power over their flaw that's not even there.
I love that you said that. Let's piggyback on that. What we've been trained to do.
Mhm.
So sometimes someone has told us a story.
Mhm.
Someone has stated something to us, as you said previously, and
Mhm.
it sticks, and we decide to own it
Mhm. Mhm.
unconsciously. We
Yep.
decide to live by another person's standard
Yes.
because it's what we heard, we absorbed it, we didn't ball it up and throw it away. We took it in. We
Mhm. Mhm.
embodied it.
Yep.
And then you
And now
start becoming it.
and now we're living in someone else's box.
Someone else's box completely.
Yep.
Completely. So I
Yep.
love that we're talking about this because I can see this, I see it in my life, I see it in my
Mhm.
clients' lives, I see it
Mhm.
in the lives of my friends, and
Mhm.
something usually has to happen for us to decide to say, "Okay, wait." So when someone does get in front of your camera,
Mhm.
what transforms for them? Like what happens once you get the past this point for them? What happens for that woman?
Well, I think the thing that I try to do is, I don't know if disarm is the right word, but make them feel safe from the beginning, from the first conversation. Even on my inquiry form, it's, "Who's your favorite musical artist?"
You asked me that. For sure, for sure.
"And who do we play during your shoot?"
Uh-oh,
"Beyonce."
uh-oh,
Right.
uh-oh, uh-oh.
But that gave you that energy, it
Yeah,
made you it made you feel safe because we all dance around our house to some music. It could be whatever it is. So that's the first question I ask because maybe it's an artist I like, maybe it's an artist I've never heard of. I don't know, but it gives me just a little insight to who you enjoy. And then when we were in the studio, I would have my makeup artist there, and I would show up an hour early, and we're all just having a conversation. So again, it's making them feel safe. We're just having conversation about whatever. It could be about the shoot, it could be about their kids, it could be about anything.
yeah,
And so by the time they step on set with me, they're feeling a little better, right? I always have music going. What do you want to hear? It doesn't have to be what you put on your inquiry list.
right.
It can. I don't care if you tell me you want to hear Kirk Franklin or Uncle Luke or a combination of. Hey,
Okay. All right, Florida, hold on.
hold on now. Don't take me back
I
to the
forgot I was
99
on
cents.
video. I'm sorry. I forgot I
We
was
about
on
to go
video.
back to the 99,
We live. I
2000.
can't edit that part out. Okay, never mind. Go
It's
ahead.
okay. No, we no edits, no edits. This is who we are. But I'm like, if you need to dance, like I wish that I had more like behind the scenes footage of the dancing that happens, the laughter that happens, the tears that happen
Yeah, yeah.
at any stage. Like I've had people either cry on the phone during the consult, almost cry their makeup off, and Caitlin's like, "Don't you do that? I just
Yeah.
finish what I," or after when they see the pictures. And I always have to tell them, I'm like, don't overanalyze yourself.
Mm. I can
Go with
say
your gut.
from experience, I've been in front of your camera and
Mhm,
the results,
mhm,
standing in front of the camera, I'm the person that says I hate taking pictures.
mhm.
I will tell you I'm not photogenic. I don't like taking pictures. And Kia has to say, could you at least put a smile on your face because I my face just goes to
Mhm. I'm
like
like, "Hey,
the
hey,"
rest it goes to the resting face, okay? So
it does, and I'm like, "Come on,
you're
who we
like,
need to put on?"
what are we gonna do? What are we gonna
Right,
do? But
right.
every time I get pictures and I have a session with you, like a branding session with you, I'm like, who's that girl? Like it's
Mhm,
phenomenal. So,
mhm,
and what I understand is, when we have this confidence that we need, your
mhm.
confidence is your best marketing strategy in your
Yeah,
business in
yep,
your company. When people can see you confidently in
mhm,
your marketing materials,
yes.
when you have someone like Kia that makes you look amazing and just really highlights who you are without
Mhm.
changing who you are.
Yes.
It stands out.
Yeah.
It
But
stands out.
but it also allows me to show up as me
Mhm. Mhm.
because I think as women, especially as Black women, we're so used to like having a code switch here and do this and do that, and that becomes exhausting. And so
Yes,
again, like I want a safe place for my clients, but it's also a safe place for me. And so when
that's so
I'm
true.
being me, it allows them to be who they are. Now, everybody, not everybody's extroverted, not everybody wants to hear Uncle Luke. So, I know how to
Yeah.
read the room and feel
Yes,
the
yes.
energy. But I also tell people, I'm like, I'm your mirror. Now I'm gonna do my part. All the technical stuff is gonna, be on point. I'm gonna pose you, but I can only show you back what you show me. And so we're gonna have
That
to channel
part.
our
That
Sasha
part.
Fierce. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
put on whatever music we need to put on. Like I need you to bring this personality out that maybe you don't necessarily show everybody because you're scared to, because some people may say it's too much or too this. Bring it. Because it is going to translate on camera. And I love that. So when you look back at your pictures, it's like, okay, that's me. That really is
Right.
me. And I look
Right.
back at it and I remember the fun that we had. Like I will go through pictures sometimes and I'm just smiling because I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember that was right before she dipped it low. Or
Right.
it is before she,
Exactly.
so I'm like, just it and this is coming from someone who hates being in front of the camera.
So,
um
whoa, whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
okay.
whoa, whoa. Okay. So you all heard it. The person that's behind the lens is saying that she too has that moment where she's like,
Mhm.
I really don't want to be. And I could tell this story, Kia, because, as someone that works with you, I'm like, Kia, this is great because there's this thing about hiding behind your business
Mhm. Mhm.
versus embodying the brand of your business
Mhm.
and your personal brand.
Yep.
It's easy for us to hide behind, oh, here's the picture, here's the website, here's the business. That's all the world gets to see. But we are in an era where people want to know who's behind this business.
Yeah. Yes.
Who's the person that's representing this business? So you have to embody your own personal branding
Mhm.
and embody who you are so that the people that are wanting to work with you, you can be more relatable. You
Yep.
know, they're
Yep.
they're they're really willing to be like, okay, tell us a little bit about your story because you too had to get in front of your camera. Tell us about what recently happened with you getting in front of your camera.
Oh boy. Well, to piggyback off of, just owning your brand, I mean, both of our businesses are in our name. So
Right.
we have to. We really do have to, right?
Duh, we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And
we
so
try not
that is
to.
hard. That is hard. But no, I did a podcast back in February, interview back in February in the studio. And the woman who interviewed me, she was like, I need a picture of you. So I sent her a headshot. She's like, you don't have any full length pictures? And I was like, no. Mm-mm. And she was like, now, how are you a photographer? You don't have a full length picture of yourself. And I said, oh,
Said,
no.
mind your
So
business.
I love her. Hey, Tona. And
Hey.
so what I did after our interview, since my face was done, I had my outfit on. I was like, you know what? Let me just roll down this white backdrop, set up my camera on the tripod. I can trigger my camera from my phone. And so I had like a stool, just kind of like an arm's reach, and I'm just kind of looking at the phone, like, okay, that looks good. And I had on a little bit of a timer, like 10-second timer, so I could just hit the shutter and pose. And I think I did maybe 15 pictures. I picked the best like 6, and I was like, well, that's it. And
Yep.
so I remember sending them to my niece, and she was like, okay, that's cute. You gonna post them? Because then
Oh,
that's the next step for me. It's like, okay, I took the pictures, and
yeah.
everybody, I will take a picture and I won't post it.
Well,
So
I remember you sent me a message and said it's done.
I
You
have
had
to I have to
pictures.
hit I have to hit post and log off. Like,
Right. Post and run is what we call it. We post and run.
yes,
And one of those pictures we used for the graphics, correct? Did
yes,
we use it
yes.
for this?
Mhm.
Look at me. I'm about to put it back up. Don't she
That's
look
what.
cute? Look at that.
Yes.
It's an
Yeah.
amazing and for the DIY. I was like, girl, what?
Hey,
But
I
that's not my genius zone. I was like, you got that because I
I
would
may
have
know
had
what I'm doing.
just. Just a little bit. You got it.
But see, now it's not, now that I need to brand myself, and again, because I have branding clients that need, content every 3 or 4 months or once a year, whatever they decide to do. I'm like, okay, I got to do another shoot for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm the pot calling the kettle black because
Huh.
hush, Kea.
Okay,
So,
I'm sorry.
because I'm supposed to be in front of Kia's camera more frequently. And she's like, you are way past due
I'm gonna start
for
sending my driver to
the
come pick you up.
like, you send the driver. I might
Hey,
oblige and be like, okay,
Lux,
let's go.
I
Let's
do, I do.
go.
Look, I do have a driver who can come and pick my clients up
See,
because,
that's a
again,
Lux touch point. She will make it convenient and make it an experience for you.
because let's be honest,
Okay.
driving around DC trying to navigate things or think about like I've
Ain't
had
nobody
clients run
got
this.
time for that.
I have had
Nobody.
clients run and see like, oh my God, I'm just sweating. I'm hot. I had one lady bring a bottle of wine. She was like, I just need a little something before we start. I said, okay. So you just saying, if you need a driver,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Okay.
got you.
I love that. I love that. So we need to confidently represent ourselves, embodying our brand. And
Mm,
we understand that as we're showing up confidently, it's our best marketing strategy that we have available.
mm,
When we're co-facilitating, when we go to Scottsdale, Arizona, you and I will be speaking together on the stage
mm,
about not only being confident, but the representation of your brand. If someone attended this event and they left with just one insight from our session, one thing that you want to leave them with that would make you say, my job's been done, job well done. What would that be?
It's okay to be seen. A,
Ay,
a lot
yeah,
of us are scared to be
yeah.
seen as us, as yourself.
Hmm.
So I really hope people walk away with just feeling okay to be seen and not caring what anyone else thinks. As long as you're operating in, who you are and not
That
trying to be
part,
somebody else,
because it won't work.
it will be
If you
very
try to be
obvious.
someone else, it won't work.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like people can sniff out when you are not being authentic. They really
Yeah.
can.
They really do
So,
each and every single time. And I like that. It's okay to be seen because you always
mhm,
hear people say, in your marketing, you want to be seen, heard, all these things. But what does
mhm.
that really mean?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, we want our marketing content to be seen. We
Mhm.
want these other things, our accolades to be seen.
Mhm.
But if
You
we
here.
are
Here.
not being seen, and
Yeah.
in a whole manner too,
Yeah.
if they're not seeing all of this,
Mhm.
then we're not truly doing the work that we were meant to do in
And I
the full scope.
and I think you also have to understand that the way people see you is sometimes going to be completely different than the way you see yourself. So
Yeah.
again, it goes back to when I get compliments and stuff, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yes. Until we embody that, right? Until
Until we
we
embody it.
like is this whole being seen is
Mhm.
an
Mhm.
embodiment of our upper level of the new
Mhm.
version of
Yeah.
ourselves. This whole week has been about evolving.
Yeah.
So the evolved version of ourselves.
Yes.
I love that. And as we're co-facilitating, we're going to talk to you about ways that you can be seen, not just come
Mhm.
here, let me take a picture of you,
Right.
but the way that you can start embodying it because it's not just a simple thought of, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to be seen. No, you probably
Right.
have some work to do. And we're going to
Right.
talk about that and give you some behind the scenes of what we've had to do so that
Yeah.
we are okay with being seen. But you got to get in the room to get the real story and to get the good
Yes.
tea. Because most
Yes.
people in these marketing streets are not going to tell you what's really happening, but we are
Mhm.
committed to sharing our whole selves
Yeah.
and helping you so that you can get more aligned with the things that you're saying that you want out of your
Mhm.
organization that you have because we are
Yeah.
CEOs. We have to start stepping into our business and acting like the CEO, not just the
Absolutely.
doer in the
Yeah.
business. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to figure out how to get in the room, let me segue because I've been trying to segue all week long. Look at us. Okay.
Hey, hey, come on,
Who took that
smile.
picture? Who took that picture?
Oh,
Okay. We're not gonna talk about how old it is, but anyway, who took that picture?
nobody needs to know. It's fine. It's
They
fine.
don't need to know. It's okay. So all week we've been talking about our Lux advisors. They're going to be with me in person in Scottsdale, Arizona at the Luxury Business Experience 2025, September 25th through 27th. We are gathering the room full of six-figure women entrepreneurs with service-based businesses. People often ask, what do you mean when you say service-based? You are using your skill set, your knowledge to be able to monetize your business. What usually happens is you're busy in the place, as we talked about today, of doing that
Mhm.
you are not representing yourself within that business as a CEO. So we want to focus on making sure you show up as the CEO that you really desire to be and having a vision behind your organization so that you can scale it. The women that are coming in here, if you're six figures, you're looking at your revenue timeline and saying, okay, I'm repeating this cycle, but it's not growing at the rate I thought it was going to grow. We want to give you tools and insights to be able to do that. So this will be an event of workshopping. We are not going to have speakers just showing you slides and saying, hope you feel better, get motivated. But instead, we're going to have co-facilitated conversations, and we're going to workshop together. What's one thing you can do when you step out of this room? What's one thing you can do when you go back to your room really quickly? Who's one
Mhm.
person you need to collaborate with in this room so that you can get that thing done? We are there to bring the resources, the tools, the experts to you and make sure
Mhm.
that you get what you need because we are over the standard conference. This is an experience and we love to
Yes.
have you in the room. So for those of you that know Kea, because Kea, you had some great people commenting and
Hey.
liking your post. If any of you are interested in learning more about the luxury business experience or getting in the room, we do have our rate on the website, but Kea has a special Lux Advisor ticket opportunity for you. So if you really want to know how to get in the room and get with the people and get that Lux Advisor rate that she has for you, make
Mhm.
sure that you connect with her, get in her DMs, give her a call, text her, whatever you got to do. Kea, how do I get in the room? Get me in the room because we would
Yes.
love to have you there. So you can go to luxurybusiness.com. You see the banner that's down here. Make sure you go to luxurybusiness.com and learn more about the events.
Yes.
Oh, Miss
This
Kia,
is always a good time.
it's always a good time. So you kind of stepped into this question I'm going to ask you earlier, but what made you say yes? We know we're in the season of yes, but what made you say, all right, Shayla, I'll be a Lux advisor in 2025?
Because I'm literally living this
Oh,
as
yes,
I'm going as I'm speaking to people about it.
yes.
And it's a personal journey. First of all, I know you are very particular about who is sitting in the seats in the audience, and I
Well,
know you are very particular about who is on the stage with you.
yes,
And
yes.
so when you asked, voluntold, when you asked to do it, I mean, again, the first thing I wanted to say was yes, because
Mhm.
I know that if you ask me, then I'm supposed to be on that stage. It doesn't matter what this inner
Yeah.
voice is telling me, like, girl, you're gonna get up there, look crazy, you're probably gonna
Mhm.
fall, you're gonna say something crazy. But it's like, no, 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 no. Plus, it's okay to be a little flawed.
It's
Um,
okay. It's
and
okay.
so, and again, I love speaking with other women business owners. And the other thing I appreciate is that we're all doing something different.
We are all doing something different. And here's
Yeah.
what I just heard too, and it's been a theme this week. For each of you, the thing that you are teaching or you're an expert in is often the thing that you are doing the work in for yourself.
Hmm. Hmm.
It happens that way. Like even the work I do, it makes you more accountable because it's so
Yeah.
top of mind for you. You're living it real
Yeah.
time. You're saying,
Yes.
"Oh, this is crazy, but
Hmm.
okay, I get it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
supposed to be here." And I am so appreciative of you trusting me and
Mhm.
trusting the invitation and regardless of what you were thinking, saying, yes, and I'll figure it out. Okay. Yes, it's what I need to do. Yes, this is how I want to approach this. And this is a perfect way, a segment for you if there are other women
Mhm.
that are listening and they're on the fence about attending the luxury business experience. They're having that moment of should I, would I, could I?
Right.
Am I supposed to be there? What would you say to her?
Just come. It's every gosh, how many events of yours have I been to at this point? And
Right.
every a lot.
A lot.
Um, and every time I go, I meet someone new. I make a new friend. Um, I've traveled to where they live, and I mean, it's a network that I really can't explain until you actually experience it. But it's also nice to be in a room of women where you feel safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
We cry,
We
we
cry,
talk,
cut up.
we cry, we cut up at the end of the night. There's always, a little dinner, a little. So it's just some place where you can feel safe, you feel inspired to go home and do the work.
Mm.
You actually have to do the work. Um, and I mean, you come back with cute stuff.
Oh, oh, she
You
wrote
ain't
up.
know I was gonna pull
I
that
didn't know
out.
you were going. Wait.
Okay,
She
where's
pulled out
yours?
the crown. It's over there.
I
Oh,
pulled
and
this
the
out.
fan.
Look,
Ah.
mm,
Let them know, Kia. Let them
look.
know.
This fan came in handy this past like year and a half. Okay, I never had a
Yes,
fan like this, and I was like, oh, I can do a little boots on
it's
the
a
ground with
money
everybody.
fan, girl. It's a money
Oh, and I have
situation.
my Lux Queen shirt
Oh,
here,
you came, Kia. You didn't tell me.
and and
Uh-oh.
this is so love these ladies.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so this is
wow.
our, part of our inner circle, and they
Yeah.
have really become family. We have been through a lot of life things together. So
Oh,
again, it's
life,
beautiful
real.
because it translates more than just the business. Because when
Yeah,
you're an entrepreneur, you are your business, but you're still dealing with real life stuff. And it
that
intersects, it
part.
crosses over. So to be able to be in this space with women that see you, that can
Yeah.
relate to you, that it's again, it's an experience that I can't explain, but it is 100% worth it.
It's so powerful, Kia, and I'm glad that, for our final interview, you said it perfectly. It's the perfect room. It's the perfect place to find new acquaintances, and collaborating.
Hmm.
There's
Hmm.
so many women that have collaborated because of this room. You can make
Yes.
money in the room. You
Yes.
find your person in the room. You're not in the room selling to people,
Hmm.
but you all find each other, and someone's looking at you saying, I met you here. I need what you have, or I know someone that needs what you have, or we should
Hmm.
do this thing together and collaborate. So it pays for itself.
I'm gonna say one more thing. Like there
Yeah.
were two ladies that I met through well, one I kind of knew before the group, and one that I
Yeah.
met at one of your San Diego event, and both of them host retreats, and they needed documentation for the retreats. They needed
Yeah.
pictures, they needed video, and so went to Tulum last year for a week with one, and I'm going to
Hmm.
Curacao for a week with another right before I fly out to Scottsdale. And so
Yeah.
they've opened up opportunities for me also to travel, still
Yes.
work and enjoy, I enjoy traveling, I enjoy taking pictures. We were able to meld that together. And so you just never know who you're going to meet. And if they don't need your service, then they may know somebody else who
They know
does.
someone who does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kia, if people want to experience more of you online, or maybe they're like, look, maybe I need to get me an experience with Miss Kia and get confident in front of this camera, where should they connect with you?
You can find me at Kea Dupree Photography everywhere. So Facebook, Instagram, uh, LinkedIn. I think yeah. You can find Kea Dupree Photography on LinkedIn, but also Kea Dupree Alfred, I believe, is what it is on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah, just if you, I'm too easy to find. Actually,
I'll
that's
put the
kind of
links. I'll put the
scary.
links in the descriptions and the comments for everyone so you all can reach out to Kia yourself. As we wrap up this week, I'd love to know, in our community, we call each other Lux Queens or Lux
Hmm.
CEOs. What
Hmm.
does Lux CEO mean to you?
I think it goes back to what I said from the beginning. It is understanding what I need to say no to. It is saying yes to the scary things that feel aligned.
Yeah,
It is resting. It is self care. Um, and it's authenticity. It's just being
that's a
yourself.
beautiful. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful way to end it.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful way to end it. I thank you so much, Kia. We're going to
Thank
play a
you.
recap of the luxury business experience. You'll all see Kia in there too. And Kia, you stick around while I play that, and we'll be right back.
For sure.
Hi, it's Shayla Boyd-Gill, the Luxury Business Mentor, and I am so excited. We just finished the Luxury Business Experience out here in beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona.
It's been such a pleasure to watch every woman transform in this room, learning not only how to scale their business, but how to up-level what they're doing as CEOs and make an impact at the same time.
Shayla is a beast when it comes to business. Her insights, her wisdom, her mentorship is what brought me out here.
Shayla was masterful in really being that example of how we can build in that support so that we can build sustainable businesses and leave a legacy.
Shayla Boyd-Gill is the real deal. Whenever she has a trip out of town, if I can make it, I'm going to be here. It is amazing every time.
The thing that I really love about Shayla's event is she takes you from beginning to end in your business. She helps fill in those building blocks that you need to really design and create a luxury life that you want.
I think the thing that really stood out for me is that your business's job is to support you, and it doesn't have to be so hard. And when you have a Luxe business, everything you need is provided because you decide to step into your leadership and be the leader that you're meant to be.
And one of the things that I thoroughly enjoyed about the Luxe Your Business experience is the emphasis on being congruent, on being consistent, on being committed to your business, and how we as leaders really need to work on getting out of our own way.
But a process for reflecting on what works versus what doesn't, and then what's going to happen as a result really stuck with me because it really made me realize that's a missing piece in what I'm doing.
I know that I'm going to walk away with several things that are going to help me Luxe my business. They are also going to help me Luxe my life, help me Luxe my mindset.
One thing I would take away from this weekend is that I need this community of other women who are strong leaders and strong business owners. We really do support each other, and it just helps really motivate me to keep going.
I tend to be alone in this entrepreneurial world a lot, so actually getting a chance to meet up with like-minded women, it helps me have a chance to reflect and think about my business.
The connections in this room, from the attendees to the speakers, has changed how I see business, shed light on some things that I didn't even know were missing in my own business.
It was nice to be able to connect with everybody at dinner or after dinner and just laugh and joke and just talk about life.
Make sure you come to the next one. It is so worth your time and your energy to be here in the room with Shayla.
Don't miss next year's Luxe Your Business experience.
Get out here, the conversations, the friendships, the new sisterhood, all of that. It is worth every moment.
Drop everything and come. It's well worth it.
If you missed this opportunity this year, make sure that you pay attention to the notifications so that you can learn more about the next experience.